Should men cry? No. No. That's the answer. No. End of story. You're a man. Under no circumstances should you ever be crying. Don't you dare cry. I'm warning you. This is a try not to cry challenge video. If you cry, you lose and you get fed to the soylent gods. So today we're reading a post on one of our favourite forums, a reminder to watch out for International Men's Day brainwashing. Real men can cry and display emotions. Men deserve to be loved. Recently, the wishes of this theme has been emerging all around us in the context of wishing us International Men's Day. While it's good that as men we at least get recognition for celebration of our gender, from my own observation, it's doing more bad than good. These celebration treats men as feminine character and celebrates men for the qualities that are feminine. The society as a whole still doesn't understand how to treat a man. Let's revisit those common wishes. Real men cry and display emotions. Sure shot recipe for relationship disaster. The girl's pussy dries up more than a Sahara desert once her subconscious realizes that her man is such a weakie who cries up for problems rather than facing it cool and calm, like a man. Sounds like he's speaking from experience. Guys, this is not to say that we shouldn't display emotions at all. It's better to do it alone, or with a bestie for life guy. How are you going to talk about being a real man and like being stoic and masculine and then use the phrase bestie for life? Please don't believe this trap. Don't ever display your emotional weakness to a woman like a real man. Men deserve to be loved. The culture of giving men flower bouquet in corporate offices during International Men's Day is widespread. What a pile load of crap. Men need respect, not love. Man gives love to woman. Woman gives respect back to her man. Men want to marry the girl they love. Women want to marry the girl she respects. I think he got that wrong, but I mean, no, not to be exclusionary, of course. This is the natural scheme. The moment men starts looking to be loved, it's going to be backfired. Woman's subconscious interprets this as needy and she gets repulsive. Again, it leads to problems in relationship. A lot of other messages like men can wear pink, men don't have to be confident all the time, it's okay to feel awkward, etc. are being bombarded to men all around the world in the name of wishing them for International Men's Day. Needless to say, there's a global agenda going on to feminize the men, and the programming is everywhere. This is my first post in blank forum. Have learned a lot from here. Just sharing my opinion on this aspect. Thanks guys. Right, many thoughts here. I don't believe this man or this person has ever been in a serious relationship in their life. Not because of anything they said really, but because of the way he typed. There's no way he's any older than like 15. Now first, should you show emotion to a woman, or your woman, your wife, GF, whoever, like anyone you're romantically interested in, or someone you're interested in pursuing? I will unironically say no more than 2 times a year. 3 at most. Because you don't want to be a robot. You want to be a human. I'm guessing your partner wants to feel like they're with a human being and not a fucking emotionless robot who's just like, yeah, must be alpha all the time. It's like your mom dies and you're just like, oh, damn, what an unfortunate circumstance. Anyway, must go and acquire resources. Guys, no matter what you try, you will always have emotions. It's about controlling your emotions and using them to your advantage rather than trying to be like, yeah, I don't cry ever. Like, put it this way, do you want to be around people or with someone who makes you feel like you have to be a robot all the time? It says here, like, never ever show your emotions or cry in front of a girl, and it's like, okay, sure, but is that someone you want to be around if you feel like you have to be this stoic robot all the time?
You're boring everybody! Quit boring everyone!
Not to say stoicism is bad. I'm an advocate for stoicism, but there's stoicism and then there's being a robot. Like, do you want to be with someone who, like, whenever you feel like extreme distress, like, you know, your dog died, a family member died, you lost your job, or you just got robbed or stabbed. And you're just like, oh, damn, I feel the stress, but I just gotta go increase shareholder value or whatever it is. All this to say what I said, but obviously you don't want to overdo it. You're still a man in the context of a relationship or a dynamic. You kind of have to be the masculine rock as well. And if you don't control it, and if you indulge in your kind of sad emotions and weakness and vulnerability too much, if you become too vulnerable, get too comfortable, you will become an ick. You have to also be the masculine rock who can show emotion, who can be vulnerable, who can have bad days sometimes, and it should be okay. And you should be with someone who will accept you at your bad days as well. But you can't be like that all the time, at least not more than her. Actually, nowhere near the same amount as her. But that's not to say to not be a human fucking being. Now, the point is, with your besties for life or your male friends, obviously, yes, yeah, you can show a little bit more emotion there. But also, be careful. You don't want to overdo it there too. If you become too much of a bitch over there in your friend circle, they will see you as a bitch. Like, should you think it's okay to just let it all out and be more of like a complete soylent consuming bitch boy man titties loser with your friends who's crying all the time because you're holding back all your tears because you're terrified of showing an iota of emotion with your woman? Because your friends are just not going to want to be around you either, because you're going to be weak, or at least you're going to fall so far down like the hierarchy of your friend group that no one of your friends is going to really respect you, but you're just going to be that guy they keep around to make fun of or use as the punching bag every so often. So it's not okay to also become the bitch boy of the friend group. All this to say, overall, you should be more of a man and practice controlling your emotions, but also being a human being. Don't go crazy with it. Don't go full autistic mode with it, but just learn around men or women to control your emotions better. Regards to all the stuff about the International Men's Day advocacy, like, oh, man gives love to woman, woman gives respect back to her man. This guy is 15, no older, I guarantee it. It's like, no, I don't want love. No love for me, thank you. Grow up. What are you gonna do? Fucking burn the flowers if anyone ever gives you them? It's like,
babe, I just really thought of you today, and I really appreciate you, and that's why I got you these flowers and these chocolates, because I'm just so grateful to have you in my life, and I love you.
Huh. Love? You think I need love? Love is not but for puny females like yourself. I am an XY chromosome fully red-blooded male. I don't need love, I need respect. As the warrior that I am, the adventurous, testosterone-fueled warrior. And like a true warrior, I will go out and I will make the board of directors at my company a lot richer. Like, I swear dudes will complain about the male loneliness epidemic and then write posts like this. Like, we gave out for years about like International Men's Day and how it doesn't get the same recognition as International Women's Day, and how like we fought to have like some recognition. And like this year was the first time in so long that I even saw anyone talking about it, outside of when people were bringing it up during International Women's Day. And it is still underrepresented if you look at the Google like branding and marketing stuff on International Women's Day versus International Men's Day. But now when there is some visibility, this guy is like, no. Like any advocacy or publicity or fucking celebration we get in like the feministic culture that we have in the West today, any of that is surely a step in the right direction, right? Like if men finally aren't being demonized, if masculinity and like manliness or men aren't being demonized and are for a change celebrated in the culture, and people are showing appreciation for the men in their lives for the first time in a long time in like a very feminist dominated culture, that is a good thing. That's a push in the right direction. That's what we've been trying to like fight for, more visibility for a long time. Well, not a long time, but you know what I mean. It's a step closer to having a culture that listens to and acknowledges our problems. But anyway, this was absolutely cringe. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next week.
The fear no beats up keeps going.